Hello and welcome to Rockingham, North Carolina, here for the DeWalt 300 for the Napa Break Series, race 6 on the season. Got a full field once again in the Break Series, ready to take to the track once again here. But before we get rolling, we've got a few pre-race ceremonies that we need to take care of. With that, please rise for our national anthem. And now to say the most famous words in motorsports.
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Engines getting fired. It's go time from the Rock in North Carolina. 130 laps the distance around this just over a mile speedway. Not quite a mile, but it's close. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at our commanders on the grid starting lineup for tonight. On the front row, it's the number 10 of Radical for Blaze Technology Motorsports taking the pole. To his outside is the 24 of Volvo for Bayer Motorsports. Behind them in row 2, the 48 of Panda for Bayer Motorsports, going to be starting just behind her teammate. And on her outside is the 26 of Michigan from Drone Strike Racing. Behind them in row 3 is the 11 of Russell with a very strong qualifying effort. To his outside is actually the 18 being driven by Ford, substituting for his teammate Genetic. Behind them in row 4, the 87 of Chris from our two Dynaco Racing Motorsports teammates, Chris and David, 87 and 64, making up row number 4. Behind them in row 5, the 42 of Diego from Late Night Racing, and now the 20 of Priscilla for Blaze Technology Motorsports, making her first start of the season. Behind them in row 6 is Priscilla's teammate, the 5 of Bands, and what's going to be the 17 of Eric, making his first start as well this season. Behind them in row 7 is teammates of the number 17, Alex, for Lightning Fast Racing, driving the number 19 Toyota Supra alongside her, the 15 of Deere, driving the Blaze Technology Motorsports development car, and rounding out our field, is the 41 of Milky. Just missed qualifying, but luckily for him, the 99 of Todd, being unable to make the start, permitted him to start the race at the tail end of the field. So a good break for him and that team, coming in with a very good points standing. Still waiting on a few things before we start rolling. Officials getting things sorted out, as I assume. But while we continue to sit, I will definitely take this opportunity to get through as many graphics as I can. So here's our RPM rundown presented by Craven Engines for Rockingham. This track is just over a mile long, but it's got very close quarters, a very narrow racing surface, and you'll see that as once we get rolling under green, even under yellow, it's tough for two cars to stay side by side all the way through here in the corners. And I can't imagine going 3 wide, but I'm sure we'll see it, as well as the long run speed going to be very crucial to the race here tonight. We've had a lot of long runs at tracks like this, like New Orleans last weekend. We had a very long run to kick off that race in the break series, and then the curved pit road as you see them coming off of it right here. Very easy to speed when a pit road is curved like that. And yeah, it could spell trouble for some of these guys. Okay, thank you for sharing the live with your grandma, dear. I'll try and keep the language PG. And then our final note on the RPM rundown is the corner exit could be very king, or could play king tonight. Could be very beneficial to set yourself up for a good run coming off of these corners and have a good run down the straightaways. But that's been the talk of the week. Will we see racing similar to New Orleans, which the drivers did not like? So hopefully some changes made throughout the week to better that. But going to be coming around to the green flag this time. 10 car year leader, 24 on his outside. Radical, a winner earlier this season at Phoenix after going winless last season with STP Dodge Racing Team, now shut down. Rolling off of turn 4, pace car is off, and we are green flag racing at the Rock. Good start for the 24 on the outside, not so much for the 10. Going into turn 1, here's the 48 of Panda all the way to the bottom. They're 3 wide already. For the lead, Russell looking on from P4. And Panda will take the top spot for now. 10 and 24, the big run! Contact with the 11, big save for Russell. But he's going to lose a lot of time, lots of positions as well. Still a battle up front though. The 48 now under fire from the 10 car of Radical and the 24 of Volvo with a big run down the back straightaway. 3 wide again for the lead. Panda going to back out of it. Now Radical to the point. Volvo contesting on the outside. Here's the 26 of Michigan as well looking. 3 wide, nearly 4 going into turn 1. And the 26 of Michigan in the Walmart Ford Mustang looking to throw himself right in this battle. Oh, we got a car around in the back nearly. That was the 42 of Diego sliding down the back straightaway off of turn 2, able to keep the car underneath him and continue. So we will stay green as now this 4-car battle for the lead turns into 5 as the 64 of David makes his way into the frame. Oh! Slight jackknife between the 48 and 64. They're able to continue. 3 wide again off of turn 4. 4 wide for a moment. The 64 has got a big head of steam going forward. Well, we saw on the RPM rundown, close quarters racing. Looks like these guys did not read the same note card that I did, because they are racing like it's Talladega, 3 and 4 wide every corner. Great stuff we're seeing here early. Oh, and the 64 and 10 jackknifed a bit, but here comes the rest of the pack right up on them. Nowhere to run at Rockingham as you see more contact between the 15 and some others. That's Deere in that 15 car, going to lose some time. 26 of Michigan way down onto the apron. And come up and catch the 64, but continue. He's a 41 of Milky, also making his way to the top 5 already after starting dead last, way out back. Got some forward momentum, although he's going to dip onto the apron for a second there. And going to hemorrhage positions down the back straightaway. No momentum in his direction. Let's take another look at that lap 1 3 wide incident coming off in turn 4 here. 48 of Pandas clear out to the front, and then 11 car with a massive save. Got off the ground a little bit, I think. What a catch though. Yeah, the 10 actually popped up off the ground down into the 11. Good save for Russell. And now trying to bounce back. Oh, whoa! 18 nearly going around. That's Ford and the number 18, usually piloted by Genetic, substituting for his driver. Sure, that'll get your attention inside the race car. Let's take another look at it. Off of turn 4, things get tight. That's where we just saw our last replay. And yeah, I mean, it looks like, yeah, literally just coming back. And it looks like the 41 and the 10 just got a little too high, a little too aggressive on the throttle on exit. Came up into the 18 with nowhere to go. He's already in the wall. Back up front, though. It's the 48 and 24. Teammates from Bear Motorsports going for the lead. Russell with a good rebound after a great save. Back in third. Then the 64 of David behind him. Hard battling right here for P5 between two Ford associates. Drone Strike Racing's Michigan and Blaze Technology Motorsports is Radical. I don't know why I was going to say Radical, but Radical. Going for 5th place, as I mentioned. Radical's teammate Deere looking on from P7 in that development car. Got a pass for the lead here. 24 Volvo got around his teammate. Now going to try and defend the spot. Panda right back to the bottom. Yeah, I know what to do now. (18 of Ford working on the 41 of Milky here. Two Chevrolet associates. Got an alliance between those two teams, actually. Bear Motorsports and Late Night Racing. Two Chevrolet teams, I believe the only two Chevrolet teams as well in the league, got an alliance, working together, helping each other grow and get better, and expect to see them working together on super speedways as well. Speaking of that, got our second super speedway of the season just a few weeks out. Going to be Atlanta in 2 weeks. Next weekend we'll be at the Short Track Ohio Speedway, and then after that we will be in Atlanta for that 1.5-mile super speedway-esque race. Should be a fun one if it's anything like last season's. 18 continuing to work on the 41 though. Not quite able to finish that pass. Now he's got the 87 going to his inside. Looks like the high line is very dominant tonight here at Rockingham. Up at the front though, Volvo's starting to open up a gap from second, which is now held by Russell. What a run by the 11 car here. Not known for having the best speed week in and week out, but putting on a show here tonight early. Currently running second, up with the best in the series. Trying to add himself to that list. (24) Volvo going to receive a warning from the lead. Maybe for wall tapping, I would assume. I do think the 11 might be holding up these cars behind him though, because ever since he's been in second, the 24 has opened up a noticeable gap. This 26 of Michigan, though, is coming forward at an impressive pace. Great speed inside that 26 car once again. Got his first win of the season late last season at North Wilkesboro, all the way in the playoffs. And what a momentarily pass. Now he's stuck middle three. Well, I take it back. Diving into turn 3 wide. Will anybody let up? The 11 will for now, but here's the 48 right to fill his spot on the inside of the 64. 26 also had to back out of that one. Oh, bump to the back of the 64 from the 26. And we got a car on pit road, actually. Who's that? Priscilla. As well as the 10. So, Blaze Technology Motorsports teammates coming down pit road together. Possibly a synchronized stop from them. Planned out. Looks like it was only them. Teammate Bands was left out on the plan, I guess. Didn't get the memo. So he's still out on the racetrack. Oh. 42 of Diego going to drive right into the 10. On fresh tires, by the way, is that 10 car. I would have to assume. I don't know why you wouldn't take tires, but take a fill tank of fuel. 24 Volvo coming down to his pit box for his first service of the night. No complaints about the car. Feeling good. Just wants 4 tires and fuel to make it to the end of the stage, which we are 15 laps away from. A clean stop for him as here come the leaders. Here's a 48 of Panda coming down, as well as the 5 of Bands up at the top of pit road as well. Little slow stop for Bands. Pit cycle is underway, for sure. Here's 2 lightning fast racing teammates going after each other for what would be P9 right now during this cycle. Neither of these two yet to pit. We'll see how long everybody else stretches it out. We've got a couple undercut strategies coming into play here. Just a few stragglers, though. Still got a solid pack still on the track. 10 cars. All of the ones that are still on the lead lap. As here comes the 19 on the pit road. Alex. All by his lonesome. Oh, bad stop. Gotta pull up. Gonna cost a lot of time. And got some more cars coming down the pit road. Here's the 18 of Ford making his first stop of the night from P7 on the racetrack. Just needs a little more entry turn or a little more corner entry out of that Chevrolet Camaro. Then he thinks he'll be racing with the leaders. So hopefully they can get that adjustment in there for him, as well as 4 tires and a full tank of VP racing fuel. '64 of David speeding on pit entry, unfortunate. But luckily he's got a stage caution on the horizon that can put him right back in this race. 26 of Michigan finishing up service. No issues there, it looked like. No penalties at least. See where he will merge. Going to come out just behind the 24. Who will cycle around to be the leader, I assume. I believe. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, Michigan will be the leader. Good stop for the 26. And good strategy call to stay out a little longer. Not thinking tires would... Oh no, he took less fuel. Never mind. Just less fuel on the stop is what allowed the 26 to get out ahead of the 24, try and bring home the stage win. So a gamble here for the 26 team, believing that nobody can make it all the way to the end. The 11 of Russell is still your leader. Yet to pit, but the way his fuel is looking at the bottom of your screen, not looking like he can stay out for much longer. He's got his driver in the 41 of Milky behind him, owner of Late Night Racing in that 11 car. Here's the 26 of Michigan, going to unlap himself the hard way. Going to go right past these two on track with fresh tires. You see the speed difference right there between a few laps on tires and multiple laps on tires. But here comes the 41. Going to give up the fight. A rough entry there for Milky. And 17 of Eric also coming around on the apron. To the service of his crew. Diego, excuse me, just finishing up service, heading off of pit road. So we'll see where the 11 blends out as he's coming on the pit road right now. 26 is coming through turns 1 and 2. So we'll see if the 11 team can put together a stop to put him out with or at least with the 24. Or we'll see if the strategy will come into play and if he'll take just enough fuel to make it to the line for the stage. Try and get this stage win. See what the call is. Bit of a long stop, looking like he's going to fill it up with fuel, sacrifice some stage points. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Saw the 26 go by. You're seeing all the other cars in the top 5 go by, the 10, the 48. So just out of stage point range is the 11. Not looking for stage points, it looks like. Looking for the bigger picture, the win. So we'll see if that strategy works out for him in the long run. But Michigan now cycled back out to the lead. Now my question is, did Michigan take 2 tires or 4 on his stop? I believe he took half a can of VP Racing fuel, but did he take 2 tires to go with that stop? I would have to assume so if he got out as far as he did ahead of the 24. That would explain why Volvo is being able to run him down at this pace, because 4 tires are definitely more valuable than 2 here at Rockingham. So see if Volvo can make this last push to try and catch him for the stage win. These two have a history. They've had their fair share of run-ins for absolute sure. Michigan coming around to the white flag in stage number 1. The 5 car of Band's the next car up ahead. He is in danger of going a lap down, but looks like he is just out of range of the 26. Looking like the 19 of Alex will get the free pass under this yellow over Eric and Priscilla. Off of turn 4 though, Michigan able to hold off the 24, and he will win stage number 1 from Rockingham over Volvo, Radical, Panda, and Milky. What a gamble by the 41 to stay out all the way throughout. That fuel tank's almost dry in that 41. Oh. And Milky gonna come down onto pit road. So that'll be a penalty for him, a drive-through under green. Took the gamble to not take any fuel on his stop and did not work out for him as he planned, or as that team planned. So you'll have to serve a drive-through on this upcoming restart. And pace car just brake checked the leader. Love to see it. Should be coming to an open pit road this time. Pit road now open after getting things sorted out. 24 will lead. Oh, a few cars on the pit road as the 18 gets spun out, be forced to miss pit road, but nonetheless got a good handful of race cars coming down to the service of their crews. And Volvo going to get a penalty for speeding on entry. Unfortunate for that team and him, but got a very fast race car. I have no doubt he'll be able to make those positions up in time to collect some more stage points. Pit road going to be open one more time. Everyone except the 19 came down. Let's see if Alex will come down this time. And he won't. Wow, interesting. So gonna defer to take the lead rather than take some fresh Goodyear Eagles or a full tank of VP Racing fuel. So see how that works out for him on this restart. I have a feeling he's gonna go backwards quickly. Anyway, back green, and we got cars in the wall in turn 3. 11 of Russell had such a strong stage 1 up until that final stop, and now finds himself backwards on the top of the racetrack in turn 3. '26 of Michigan with a big crossover all the way to the inside of the 18 and the 17. And he will take both of those spots in one fell swoop, overtaking the 18 of Ford and the 17 of Eric. Up front though, 64 of David side by side with the 5 of Bands. First time that 5 Mustang has been towards the head of the field. See what type of speed he's got underneath it. Here's the 24 of Volvo also making his way back to the front after receiving a to the back penalty under that most recent caution, in the most recent pit stop. Oh no! In the wall they all go. Around goes the 24 down on the apron. They got together again. Turn 4, the trouble spot. Collects another soul. Oh, whoops. Let's take another look at it here. coming off of turn 4. You see the 24 try and switch all the way to the bottom, but the 5 car was there. Didn't really get the car to turn enough as he did. Or, yeah, the car didn't turn as much as he did. As much as he needed it to. God, I can't speak. And the 5 car kind of just straight lined right up into the wall with the 64 on his outside. Might have had some help from the 24, but pretty good contact for all of them since the 24 around. But he's able to collect himself and continue. Oh, and we got more cars in the wall. The 24 and the 19 this time. It's Alex and Volvo going at it. 24 of Volvo just hemorrhaging positions after showing his face at the front once again in this second stage. Radical back in the lead though after starting the race from the top spot on the pole. Got his teammate Deere behind him. And the 5 of Bands fighting for P3. Behind him, close to a Blaze Technology Motorsports 1, 2, 3, but the 5 and 64 get together again off of turn 4. Now here's the 26 of Michigan again going bottom 3 wide, making that his signature move tonight. Here's the 5 with a big run, going to swing all the way to the bottom, try and do the same thing the 26 did to those two. Not quite going to be able to do it. And Volvo or Michigan will take those spots and drive away, set his sights on second and the leader. '18 of Ford also coming forward, just outside the top 5 in P6. Although here comes this 24 of Volvo once again, trying to slice his way back through the field. Oof. Big slide job on the 11. Couldn't quite finish it off, but he wanted to. 64 and the 5 still going. Oh my goodness, Volvo. A massive send on the 18 and the 17. Oh, whoa! Down on the pit road they go. Way over the speed limit, nowhere near a scheduled stop for those two, but gonna cost them a lot of time. Close call for the 19 crew as well. Just finishing up service, Alex nearly merged right out in front of those two, coming down the pit lane at about 30 miles faster than you're supposed to. Michigan continuing to make ground on the leaders, or the top 2, I guess, because he is a leader. Great speed out of that 26 car. Only Drone Strike Racing car present here tonight, so carrying the flag and carrying it very well. Once again, got really good speed, but can he finish off the race? That's been the story of Michigan's career at this point. One of the fastest cars, fastest drivers consistently, but just cannot finish out a race and get as many wins as he deserves, I feel. Or as he's got the speed to have. Currently stuck behind the 15 of Deere. One of the harder drivers to pass and one of the hardest drivers to keep behind you. Most aggressive driver in the league, I would say, and I believe most people in the community would agree with me. 64 of David has finally gotten away from the 5 of bands, and the 26 finally swings his way around the 15. So now second place belongs to Michigan, trying to hunt down the leader Radical for the lead. Been smooth sailing for the 10 car ever since the start of the race. Well, not quite, but ever since the start of stage 2, he's been lights out, able to drive away. Started the race on pole. Good sign of the speed inside of that Blaze Technology Motorsports Ford Mustang. Got some lap cars ahead of him as well. Just past halfway through the race. Still got 14 out of our 15 starters here. So, a great attrition here tonight. Who left? I'm not sure. Just realized my game audio was really low. Got a car on pit road for the first time this stage. Cycle is beginning. It looks like the 48 of Panda gonna kick it off. Not the best run she has going tonight, or at least in this stage. Like I said, really, the field really got flipped following that stage caution. 10 car wasn't really towards the front at the end of that, but now leading the way. Contact between the 19 and 41 right in front of the leader. Lots of contact between teammates. Oh my goodness. And here's the leader of Radical trying to go right through the middle. This is the best opportunity Michigan's going to have to make up the gap. But the 19 is going to drop to the apron as well as the 17. That was a little weird. But the 10 now going to be able to carry by. Just the 41 ahead of him now. 26 of Michigan now trying to sort his way through the same lap traffic that the 10 car just did. Except he's got the 48 of Panda fresh off of a pit stop and fresh tires on that Chevrolet. He's the 18 of Ford coming down for his first service of stage 2. Down and away is the 18. Here's David coming down into his box, as well as the 5 of bands. Oh no! The 15 and 18 make contact on the front straightaway. The 18 goes around backwards. 15 slow on the track. And here come the leaders. Caution comes out. Right in the middle of pit sequence. That's going to throw things off a ton. Right before pit road closed as well. So wow, really interesting time for a caution. This will mark the end of stage 2. So currently half the field is trapped a lap down. Like I said, very interesting time. Excuse me, for a yellow. Because you had cars on pit road trying to get onto pit road, coming off of pit road. You had cars going a lap down because they were on pit road. So, gonna be a lot for the officials to sort out here, but last lap of stage 2. Looks like Radical's gonna take it. Michigan so close to sweeping the stages. But he'll settle for second in stage number 2. Russell able to pick up third place points. And Diego and Volvo taking home 4th and 5th place points. So pit road should be open this time for those that were unable to get to pit road before the yellow came out. There's the blue light on the ticker. Pit road will be open this time, so it'll be interesting to see who comes and who opts to take the wave around. The 41 of Milky got the free pass and is going to speed on entry. And it looks like all the drivers who were a lap down will stay out. Well, maybe not. Here's the 20 taking her wave around. .26 coming back down pit road is followed by the 48 of Panda. Back green at Rockingham. Radical out to the lead with the swarm behind him. Oh, contact between the 48 and the 11. It's going to benefit Russell, though. Going to put him on the inside of Radical going into turn 3. Or coming off of 2, rather. Wasn't quite able to hold that position. Little contact between the leaders, and Russell will go by for the lead. Radical going to drop a few spots. Oh, wow. That was close. Radical tried to show the nose, middle three between Michigan and Panda, and was not given the room he wanted. But going to cross back over to the inside of both of these two now. What a run tonight for Russell at Rockingham. And the Oreo number 11 having a very strong run. I think that's Oreo. I haven't really looked at it. Let's get a look at it in front cam. Yeah, it is Oreo. Interesting color scheme, but I like it. Good looking race car. Lots of good looking race cars on track here tonight. And they're all fighting for a chance to put that pretty looking car in victory lane here at tonight. Oh no! Oh wow. Lots of collection, still making contact. Oh, still wrecking. They're not done. The 10 and 26 lost a ton of spots during that whole debacle coming off of 4. Panda, the least affected. But I'm not even going to say unaffected, because look at the time she lost to the 11. They were a few car lengths behind him before that, and now maybe a second. But the real big losers to 26 and the 10, losing multiple positions on track. Oh, we got more jackknifing. 5 in the 41. And the 42 with a massive run down the back straightaway. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There goes the 41 sliding into turn 3. Good save by Milky. Oh my gosh, we're still wrecking. Contact all over the place. It's stage 3. It's go time. Racing for the win. Oh, and there goes the 24 now. Also going to save it with a little help from the outside wall. Oh yeah, people are losing their minds. And Volvo's going to get a warning for that. So he's going to have to serve a drive-through penalty. That's his 3rd warning of the night. After 3, you have to come down pit road at pit road speed. And you cannot stop for service. So unfortunate for the 24. But here's another look at turn 4 just a few laps ago between the 26, 48, and 10. They just get hung up right there. 3 wide jackknife. And then here comes the rest of the field coming on strong, trying to pick up spots. And then they didn't stop there. They kept going all the way down into turn 1. And then let's get another look at that great save by the 41 of Milky right here. Coming down the back straightaway, his teammate, Diego, all the way down to the bottom. But then a few rows behind him, you see the 24 get in way too hard and get up into the 41. Let's take another look at it. Did he have any help? Looked like he had a little help from the 10, but what a save by the 41. Completely perpendicular to the field for a moment. They're right there, right before the car catches the wall with that right rear and straightens itself back out. Incredible driving and car control on display from our drivers here in the NAPRA. That's the 10 and 26. Still going back and forth, now trying to pick up lost time on the 48 and the 11. As that battle for the lead picks up. Little contact, little door slam from each other. Panda actually owns that 11 car, owner of Lightning Fast Racing. So 2 team owners racing each other and 2 pseudo teammates racing each other. Although Panda drives for Bear Motorsports, Russell drives for Lightning Fast Racing, which is owned by Panda. See that 18 of Ford, currently P3 on track, but a lap down compared to the leaders. So sitting between 2nd place and 3rd place on track, but stuck in 10th place, a lap down. Banking on another caution to get himself back on the lead lap and have a shot to show the real speed and real positioning that this 18 car could have. Russell, David, and Radical. I mean, not Russell. Michigan, David, and Radical. Excuse me. All vying for P3. 64 is going to have it at the line that time. Here's the 19 of Alex now. 3 laps down, but racing with these leaders like he's on the lead lap. Excuse me, he. 24 Volvo once again. A bit buried in traffic, trying to make his way forward. It's a 19 and 10, get into the wall pretty good. I thought Volvo had to serve a tractor. Maybe not. Maybe he got it revoked. Battle for the lead continues as Panda finally able to clear the 11 for the lead. Can Russell fight back into turn 3 though? Gonna get a really good corner entry in center turn, but can he get the exit to hang with him? Hang with her, excuse me. He can. Gonna stay even side by side down the front straightaway. And here's the 18 of Ford also coming into the picture, gonna look to unlap himself rather than fight for the lead like these two. But then the 64 of David right back there as well. He was forward to the inside 3 wide to try and put himself back on the lead lap in case a caution comes out. Oh, it might be him! Around goes the 18 into the outside wall. Gonna collect his teammate. And we stay green. Panda will lose the lead. And Ford loses his chance at getting himself back on the lead lap for the moment. Let's take another look at it. You see right here, off of turn 4, again. Drivers cannot leave each other room off of turn 4, and then you see the 18 just go around hard, flush slap against the outside wall. And he's going to come down and clip his teammate in the 48. Let's see that one more time uninterrupted. We'll see him off of 4 here. The 11 of Russell tried to show the nose middle 3 wide, and neither of those two knew or thought that he was going to be there, and sent them both sliding. But Russell able to hold on to the lead for now, though. Got his, or not his teammate, got the 64 of David on his outside looking to go by for the lead. Pando right back into this battle for the lead as Michigan also looks on from 4th. Pit stops coming up though. Who will be the first to drop off the banking and hit pit road on this cycle? Looks like it's going to be the 48. And trying to get off the banking and she missed it. Michigan able to make it on the pit road. Panda misses the entrance. Trying to pit that time. Just carried too much speed coming off of turn 4 and could not get that car to drop off the banking. Now she's going to continue to stay out, and Michigan receives a penalty. Oh, front tires on the line. Crushing penalty, and the streak, or the I don't even know what to call that. The astigmatism, not that. The stigma of Michigan being unable to finish races will continue on forward on pit road. Literally running inside the top 5, top 3, with under 20 to go, and he takes himself out of it with a pit road penalty. You hate to see it, but at this point, you just got to be better than that. As much time as he spent in the Brake Series, you cannot afford to make simple mistakes such as that. '64 on pit road from the lead, or from second. Russell once again staying out very long. See if this works out for him. Gonna have to employ some strategy though if he wants to come right back out with the 64 and the other cars he was racing with. Hopefully that team learned from stage 1 where they stayed out long and took 4 tires and full fuel to make it as far as they could, and then they ended up missing out on stage points. Hopefully Russell has learned to try and use his tools to his advantage, which is half a tank of VP Racing fuel and 2 tires potentially. Can he get off the banking? He can. Not without a little struggle. The 48 of Panda going to come on right beside him. A drag race down pit road. And the 48 is going to give way to the 11. Very courteous move, knowing that the 11 is going to get to his box first. Russell, perfect stop in his box. Same for Panda. Somebody else followed them on the pit road. They're both down and away. Russell did not fill up with fuel. Panda did. Not sure how they got out together then. Wow. Must have been some trouble for the 11 getting out of his box, but here they are off of into turn 3 for what should cycle out to be the lead, the 41 of Milky. The only driver yet to pit. And you can tell by the way he's getting passed left and right. Oldest tires on the track. Everybody else has come down pit road, gotten fresh tires, and they're going by him like he's standing still. So now we await the 41 to hit pit road. Looks like he's going to come this time. Tires finally ran out on that 41 car. Going to have to come down pit road. Stayed out as long as he could. Unfortunately, the fuel cannot go up much longer. Oh, he missed his box. Oh my goodness, he passed his pit box. Well, silly mistake for Milky. Just completely missed his pit box and then proceeded to stop in the wrong one. But up front, Panda back to the lead. Russell losing time, it looks like. 24 Volvo, though, right behind them with 10 to go, coming around to 9. Can the 24 get by the 11 and hunt down his teammate for the win? It would be his first win of the season. After a rough start to the season for the 24 car in the wins category compared to last season. Series leader in wins last year. Winless 6 races in. Panda's got a win. Won at Circuit of the Americas 2 weeks ago. Currently trying to get by Russell for second so he can have a shot to go chase her down for the lead. Oh, little contact. Gonna wall the 11. Russell gonna stay on his outside, though. Gonna fight hard. Because this could be a great finish for the 11 team, which they badly need. Let's take a look at the points coming into tonight, just to emphasize where these guys are running in the points and how much these finishing positions would aid them. He's just in the top 5. Look at all the guys a bit of the ways down. The 11 of Russell. Where is Russell on the points, actually? I don't know. I can't see, but below the cut for sure. I think. I don't know. Panda already having a great start to the season, sitting P3. I can see that one. Oh, whoa! Goodness gracious. Russell and Volvo make contact, and David goes by to third. Oh, now just drives right into the 11. Not sure where he was going there. 8 tires do turn better than 4, but my goodness. Now Volvo will go by both of them back to second. Frustration being taken out down the back straightaway between those two. All they're battling, though, is just allowing the 48 to drive away. A good exit for turn 4 for Volvo. Whoa. Russell is not happy with how he's being raced. And he's letting the 24 know. But with doing so, he's taking them both out of the win, it looks like. Or out of the fight for the win. 3 laps to go now. Panda still in the lead. Battle for second is intense, though. 3 guys going after each other for it. Volvo, David, and Russell. Then back in P5, or no, sorry, he's a lap down. It's Bands just behind him, but he's a lap down. As well as the 18 of Ford behind him. 2 laps to go. Pit road closes. So anybody trying to play some strategy, better hope you can make it to the end. Which it looks like everybody at the front should be able to. Oh no! The 24 goes around off of turn 4, coming to the white flag. Panda will take it. Russell, I think, just dumped the 24. Oh, now he's spinning around again with the 5. Oh my goodness, he just took out the 5 for absolutely no reason. Post-race penalties are likely incoming for the 24, but up front it's his teammate. The 48 of Panda, Breaking Ballerina, will win at Rockingham. Photo finish for second between Russell and David. Everybody coming across the line. For P5, gonna go to Radical at the line. Wow. Or no, P6, excuse me. Sorry. And that'll do it. Wow. Oh, looks like we're gonna have some more controversy on pit road, just like last weekend at New Orleans. The 5 and 24. Not pleased with each other, I'm sure. The 11 and 24 as well. We might need some extra security around Volvo's race car following this one. But on the front stretch, Panda will get to burn it down in front of a sold-out Rockingham Speedway. A great win for her and the Bear Motorsports team. Beautiful Ben and Jerry's Chevrolet Camaro as well. Put on a great show. And she will claim the victory. Goodness, she will claim the win. Her second of the season. First one came 2 weeks ago at Circuit of the Americas. Now she's the victor at Rockingham. The confrontation between the 5 of Bands and the 24 of Volvo. Volvo staying inside the car. Probably knows what's coming. All right, well, some more death threats being made on pit road following a Napa race. Love to see it. No, not really. But I mean, at the in victory lane is Panda and the 48 crew in Michigan, designer of that scheme. Here in the victory lane with the winner of the DeWalt 300, Panda. Got it done late after a late pit stop and a good few laps, or a good final 10 laps to put this one away. Congrats on the win, and tell me how you're feeling after this one.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank my team, and I thought I was done and over with after stage one, but we made probably the best comeback I could have ever asked for just to get up there and win the race. That was beautiful.
Yeah, very strong run overall. Second win of the season at another braking heavy track. And, I mean, who's surprised? But congrats on the win, and got another shot at it going to Ohio next weekend. I believe you won there last season, too?
Yep, I did. Hopefully we could do it again for Ford and BMS home race.
Yeah, chance to go back-to-back at Ohio. 2 straight seasons for driver of the 48 Panda. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you next weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Oh, can't leave free cam. There we go. Here on pit road with, I believe, second place. It was a photo finish for second.
Second.
Yeah, second place finisher Russell after a very strong race from the 11 crew. I know you're upset about it. Second place finish after running so well is what nobody wants, but you cannot be mad at it. And congrats on the run, and tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how the car was after this one.
First of all, I want to thank Panda for giving me this opportunity to race in D2. We had a good running there late. Ford and Volvo, we all had some good runs together. But I just want to apologize to the 24 team for that last few laps, but you know, we'll try to get them here at Ohio. We'll see what happens. But you know, once again, I sold on pit road, and you know, just have to wait. The streak will continue.
Yeah, unfortunately, the streak will continue on for Russell, but as he said, another shot to go win next weekend at Ohio. Hopefully, we'll see you there.
See ya.
All right. And P3 was David.
Oh, I don't want to butt in, but David did get a TTB because he
Oh,
did get a 3 out of 4 before,
for
or
what?
within like the last 3 laps. So he was not able to serve it, but he does. He
For
will
what?
be placed. The wreck between the 24 and the 5, he had from what Supreme said, he had a pretty major part in causing it.
Okay.
The first 2 were for wall taps.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to interview him. Come to the stage, David. Here on pit road, following Rockingham with driver of the number 64, David. Across the line, P3, but an unfortunate penalty will drop you to the tail end of the lead lap, which will put you P6 or 7, I believe. I didn't mean that. P6, I believe. So, yeah. Congrats on the run, but unfortunately the finish will not show the speed that you guys had inside that car. So tell me how you're feeling after this one.
I think I have some footage that might refute that, but for now, at least P7, not bad, better than last week. So I'm having decent starts. I clearly have winning pace. I just need to stop messing up on pit road. Just concentrate. Just be on my mojo, man. I mean, especially if I can qualify better. I mean, I know it's not horrible. I mean, mid pack's okay, but respectfully, that's kind of ass. And yeah, like I said earlier, I'm gonna see if I can appeal that. With footage I have, but yeah, P7, I'll take it for the meantime.
All right, well, got a few things to work on next weekend, so hopefully you can get a better result at Ohio. We'll see you then.
Yep, see ya.
Now to the instigator of the night, driver of the number 24, Volvo. We saw the conversation between you and Bands here on pit road right after the checkered flag. What was said between you and two? And tell me how the race went inside the car for you.
Yeah, I just want to apologize. I was just overly heated and I had some lag, so I apologize to him. And we're going on to another short track, but very pissed off. A lot of people got in my way. I'm pretty sure I could have caught up to the 48, especially with all the tires got the wear in, but just gonna have to deal with it next week again. So nothing much. Just gonna have to be I don't know. Just tired of getting wrecked.
All right, well, obvious dejection from the driver of the 24. Hopefully that can turn into motivation to go win next weekend at Ohio. And we'll jump over one pit box to pole winner Radical. Brought it home P5, I believe. Another photo finish at the end, but I believe Radical got P5. So good speed out of the 10 car today, Radical. Tell me how you were feeling after this race at Rockingham.
Oh man, this one's gonna sting. We had a really good car, especially in stage 2. And in stage 3 and stage 1, we got like knocked all around into the wall a ton. But I think has to be the most laps I've led in a race. We got good points, top 5. Could have been somewhere with Volvo. Maybe could have been further up if I took less fuel, but just had those wall taps. But what I said after my Phoenix win is we gotta show the speed. And I think we've done that here today. So I'm looking forward for the next couple races. These heavy braking tracks haven't been our specialty, but we were in the mix today, and I'm proud of that.
All right, well, congrats on the top 5, and hopefully you can keep the good momentum rolling into Ohio. All right, and then we'll go to, who is he battling with? Michigan. Oh, Michigan doesn't use a mic. Never mind. Sorry, Michigan. Ford Boy 07. We'll close out with Ford. Get on up here, boy. Here on pit road with driver of the number 18 tonight, Ford, substituting for Genetic. Unfortunately, not the finish that you wanted for this 18 car. So tell me how you're feeling and tell me what you saw from inside the car all night.
We definitely had a slow start to this race. Really wanted to get a win for this 18, but after hitting Deere's car, it definitely just screwed our strategy. I mean, we were a lap down, fresh out of pits, so that automatically screwed us. We had some speed at the end, but again, unfortunately, just could not get, on lead lap. Had some good battles with the 11, had some good battles with the 48 a couple tiles, battled with the 5, trying to get ahead of him before the white flag in case there was a caution. So, but ultimately, I think we got a good amount of practice for tomorrow, good amount of speed. So, yeah.
All right, well, enough said for the 18 tonight. Hopefully, gonna go get a better finish next weekend or tomorrow. Sorry, in the Cup race here at Rockingham. What the freak? Okay, and I think that'll do it for our coverage of the DeWalt 300 from Rockingham Speedway. We'll be back tomorrow night for the DeWalt 400 for the Napa Auto Parts Cup Series from this very racetrack. Should be a good show, just as we saw tonight, but that'll do it. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as always. And yeah, this is King signing off. Hope everybody has a good night.